Another obscure switch mode power supply restored back to fully working operation. This is out of a Dolche briefcase PC, and as you can see, it is by no means any kind of standard form factor. And it does even have a temperature controlled fan. As the power supply warms up, it kicks into high speed, and since enclosing it again, it has not kicked up in speed. It is running nice and cool, rock solid stable. I'm just testing it, burn-in testing on my Pentium 60 motherboard, running the Doom 2 demo as an endless loop. So what was the fault with this thing? As per usual, there were dried out capacitors, but that wasn't it. The startup resistors were intermittent. The VCC to the controller was intermittently 0 volts. I think it's got 3 startup resistors in a row in series. They're 100k ohms each, and by the last one, there was basically nothing getting through it. It's either that or the original controller IC was drawing slightly too much current, but I'm not sure why it was working 50% of the time and 50% of the time there was 0 volts there. So it's going to be either of those two things. And there was a Zener diode, the 18 volt one on the VCC supply to that controller from the actual switching transformer that was shorted as well. That's only through a error of my own. That wasn't originally damaged. So yeah, resistors, controller IC, complete recap on the input board and on the switching board. And she is now rock solid and ready to go back into the Dolche. It does use just a standard P8, P9 power connector, so it's nothing special. It does have these additional connectors for the 12 volt fan or fans inside the Dolche, because I don't know that the power supply fan would provide sufficient cooling for a briefcase PC. Yeah, that's a reasonable amount of airflow, but if you've got like a socket 7 Pentium in there, I think you need more airflow than that. So I'm just going to let this burn in test for maybe an hour or so more, make sure it starts up. I'll give it a few more test starts, and we will call that fixed. And yeah, Doom runs fabulously well on a Pentium 60, and that is that, I can't remember what it's called, the card that does the Gravis ultrasound emulation, PicoGus, that's it, among other things. So that's what you're hearing at the moment, but there are only tin box speakers in that crappy old monitor. Anyway, I will leave this running, and then it's going back to the owner. If it passes the test, which it probably will.